Okay, let's be real. Do you ever find yourself just reaching for your phone without even thinking about it? Unable to focus on the things you know you should be doing? You are not alone, and I'm telling you, it's not a lack of willpower. We're about to dive into how our brains get totally hooked in this cycle of distraction, and more importantly, a simple system to break free. This is all about getting your focus back. Let's get into it.
And this, right here, this changes everything. The struggle you feel with focus, it isn't some kind of character flaw. It's not you. It's a biological thing, a reaction to the crazy world we live in. Your brain's reward system is just completely overstimulated. But the good news is you can fix it. You can hit the reset button. And we're going to explore exactly how.
So, what is actually happening inside our heads that makes us feel so scattered all the time? Let's get right to the root of the problem. Think about it like this. Every time you scroll, every notification that pops up, it's like a tiny little treat for your brain, a little hit of dopamine. Well, when you start giving your brain a treat every 15 seconds, it starts to expect it. It gets trained to demand it. And this constant flow of easy, cheap rewards makes doing real deep work feel, well, almost painful.
And this is what that overstimulated brain actually looks like in practice. When your brain is wired for that instant hit, tackling a big, important project or even just hitting the gym can feel like trying to climb Mount Everest. It's not that you're lazy. It's that your dopamine baseline, your normal, is so jacked up that healthy challenges just don't stand a chance.
Now, to really fix this, we have to understand the science behind it. So let's talk about dopamine and a huge misunderstanding about it that, honestly, changes the entire game. Okay, this is so important to get. Most of us think dopamine is the pleasure molecule. It's not. It's the drive molecule. It's the motivation, the wanting, the thing that makes you get up and go after something. When you flood your brain with all these easy rewards, you're just burning through your motivational fuel on junk, leaving you with an empty tank for the things that actually matter. And that leads us to this really key idea, your dopamine baseline. Just picture it as your brain's tolerance level for stimulation. The more high dopamine stuff you do, scrolling, gaming, junk food, the higher that tolerance goes. And pretty soon, the simple satisfaction of reading a book or finishing a task, it just doesn't feel like enough anymore. It can't compete.
All right, so we get the problem. We see what's happening. Now, let's get to the solution. And this isn't about just trying harder or using more willpower. Nope, it's a system, a clear four-step plan to reset your brain's reward system.
So here it is. This is the roadmap. First, a daily reset to bring that baseline way down. Second, protecting your morning to start the day with focus. Third, a system to actually make progress the thing you crave. And finally, a shutdown routine to recover and get ready for the next day. Let's kick things off with the foundation of it all.
This is your daily mental detox. It's simple, but it's not easy. For just 10 to 15 minutes, you are going to intentionally starve your brain of stimulation. No phone, no music, no podcasts, nothing. Just you sitting there with your thoughts. And look, it's going to feel uncomfortable at first. It might even feel boring, and that's how you know it's working. This is absolutely essential for lowering your dopamine baseline and just clearing out all that mental fog.
This quote just nails it, right? It gets to the very core of why this is so powerful. If you're constantly running from your own thoughts, you'll always be chasing the next distraction. Mastering this one little skill is the first giant leap toward mastering your focus. Okay, so we've got our daily reset as the foundation. Now, let's build a day that's actually designed for deep focus. Here's what your daily action plan looks like. The first 30 to 60 minutes of your day are absolutely secret. If the very first thing you do is grab your phone and get that dopamine spike, you're basically setting yourself up for a whole day of distraction. Instead, you got to start with things that gently and naturally raise your dopamine. Things like moving your body, getting some sunlight in your eyes, and hydrating. This sets a proactive focus tone for the entire day. And this leads to a really powerful shift in your mind. Once you start your day with intention, you can start to completely reframe how you think about work. Instead of seeing scrolling as a treat, you'll start to see it for what it is, junk food for your brain. And you'll realize that the real reward, the real satisfaction, comes from actually getting things done.
So here's how you make progress your new addiction. First, every day, pick just one non-negotiable task, your most important thing. Then, set up a distraction-free zone and work on it in focused chunks, maybe 45 to 60 minutes. And if you're still feeling that resistance, just use the 5-minute rule. Just tell yourself, I'm only going to do this for 5 minutes. Seriously, the simple act of starting is almost always enough to break through that wall and get momentum on your side.
Look, you wouldn't expect your body to recover from a hard workout if you just kept exercising all night long, right? Well, the same thing is true for your brain. You need a shutdown routine for mental recovery. So about an hour before bed, set a hard stop. Turn off the screens, dim the lights, put the phone away, and just let your brain wind down. This is what ensures you wake up feeling refreshed and actually ready to focus again.
So these 4 steps, that's the how, that's the playbook. But to make this change actually last for the long haul, we need to talk about the who, because this isn't just about changing a few habits, it's about changing your entire identity.
This right here is the ultimate upgrade. When you say you're trying to do something, you're leaving the door open for failure. But when you say you are something, that's a declaration. That's who you are. You have to start telling yourself, I am a focused person. I am someone who does what they say they're going to do. And you'll find that your actions will start to naturally line up with the identity you've chosen for yourself.
And this all boils down to the single most important takeaway. Your attention is your most valuable asset. It's not time, it's your attention. It's the currency you use to build the life you actually want. The only question is, are you investing it or are you just wasting it?
So there you have it. The system is clear, the science is solid. The only thing left is, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to keep letting distractions spend your currency for you, or are you going to become an active investor in your own future? Your very next investment, it starts tomorrow.